Good morning. It's another one of them ridiculous morning starts here at John Lennon Airport. This time I'm off to Ibiza. I haven't been to Ibiza for about 40 years, so it's probably changed. Off to San Antonio. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because it's a first time for me on JET2. I've never travelled on JET2 before, so this is going to be a first time. So the purpose of this video is to show you how I get from John Lennon, or should I say from Liverpool, right through to Ibiza on JET2. In fact, I'm actually going to show the transfer as well on the other side. I booked one of them shuttle transfers where about 4 million people get on and you get dropped off all over the place. So the video basically is to show you how I get from Liverpool all the way to Ibiza, well, San Antonio in Ibiza. And as I said, first time on JET2. So let's get through this checkout here at John Lennon Airport. I'll see you at the other side of security. As you know, I'm a frequent traveller, so I know exactly how to separate everything when it comes to security. So put my case on, my case is sealed up, there's nothing in there that they have to check. And then what I did was I had my laptop in a separate bag, a carrier bag to be honest with you, because you can only carry one case, one 10 kilo hand luggage on JET2. So I had my laptop in a carrier bag with my liquids, so I knew quite well that they were separate. Puts them in a separate tray, case goes through, off goes the carrier bag with the liquids and my jacket, which had a power bank. So I'm standing around 40 minutes, standing around thinking it can't be the power bank because the power bank's tiny and it's under the size where you have to get it out and show it. Certain size you have to bring out, like your laptops and iPads. So the likes of mobile phones and power banks, you don't really need to pull them out of your case. So I'm wondering, what have they done this for? Believe it or not, a liquid check. Now all my liquids are less than 60 mil, but no, they kept me standing for 40 minutes while they do a liquid check. Absolutely ridiculous. The liquids are already out, you can see the liquids, but they have to do a liquid check which took literally 30 seconds, but they left me waiting 40 minutes. It's ridiculous. When are they going to bring in these new scanners that apparently you don't have to take anything out of your bag? Well, I've never flown with JET2 before, and this is a first. The information board stated that gate allocation will be at 7 o'clock. The flight is 7:45. Come 7 o'clock, up come gate 16. So I made my way to gate 16 with my boarding pass and passport. Scanned it, or went through, straight through. There was no queue, but the door was open, so it was straight through, out the door, onto the apron, down the pathway, onto the plane instantly. There was no queuing at all. I've never had that before.
Hours. Yeah. Degrees at 37,000 feet. The weather en route is generally smooth. Do we have it here? Weather in Ibiza is a bit nicer here this morning, due to get up to around about 25 degrees later on this afternoon as well. Light winds and clear skies.
There are two doors at the rear of the cabin, 4 overwing exits in the centre, and 2 doors at the front.
To help you find your way to the exits when there's reduced lighting and visibility, we have extra lighting this evening. And in the aisle.
We're about an hour into the flight. They've been round the food twice. I'm not hungry because I've actually ate just before I came out the house. But they're advertising all the hot food, the sandwiches and everything half price. Must be short dated. I have noticed I'm 6'1" and there's quite a gap between the knees as well, which is good. I have a problem on Ryanair with being tall, but so far on JET2 there's a good 2 to 3 inches between my knee and the seat in front. So here we go again, arrived at Ibiza airport, and the segregation obviously for the British tourists coming in, you have to go one way, whereas the EU go another way. Now with the British tourists, they actually separated them into 3. Disability and children went into 1. Then they started to separate some towards where you just get your passport stamped. But then they separated off us to go over to the self scanner, where you scan your passports, have your photograph taken, have your fingerprints done, and you think you're through then, but you'd have to have your passport stamped. There's a guy sitting in the passport box, which I thought you go to. No, he sends you back on a queue, and you end up back in the first queue that you started with the people who don't even need to go through the self scanner. They haven't gone through it, they're just in the one queue. So we were originally in that first queue, got diverted off the queue to go and scan our passports, and then brought back to the back of the queue again to start again. Absolutely ridiculous. No one knows what's going on. But then the people are kicking off then, thinking you're trying to push in, but you've already been in the queue for 20 minutes. And then you're trying to go back to the beginning of the queue, and these people are saying nowhere before you. Absolute mayhem. They haven't got a clue. I don't know why. 3 lots of queues, and we ended up going through the self-scanner, and other people haven't even been through the self-scanner, but we still ended up back in the same queue to have our passport stamped. So it's just took an hour to come through passport control here at Ibiza. Well, that was quite easy. I'm using a company called Holiday Taxis. It's just a shuttle transfer. I've never used them before, but it was quite easy. The information on the confirmation tells you to go to the desk, the Holiday Taxis desk. Straight away, he just wrote on my confirmation that I need to go to Bay A, and the bus is waiting for me. It's D48. On the bus, it's not a full bus. I'd say it was about a 35-seater. but I don't know how many is on it. But this is the thing with the shuttle transfers, to keep the prices down, you have to go by shuttle, because a taxi is very expensive from the airport to San Antonio. So it's just a matter of sitting around now and wait for it to fill up. It does say maximum wait of an hour, but we'll wait to see. My final destination, where I will close this video off, is a town in Ibiza called San Antonio IBIZA, if that's how it's pronounced. That's where I will actually close this video off. And at the very end of the video, I will do a price list of how much this is actually costing me to transfer from the home to the airport, JET2 return flight, and of course the shuttle transfers. All the details will be on the end of this video. Let you know how much this costs. Don't know how long I'm going to be sitting on here. I think it's about an hour transfer once we get going. Been on here about 20 minutes now. I think he's waiting on one more route to turn up, I think, and then we'll be on our way. So I finally arrived at my destination. It's not this one behind me, don't worry. The transfer took just on 40 minutes and we only had 4 drop-offs before my drop-off. So I'm in San Antonio IBIZA, if that's how you say it. That's my final destination. As I said, I'm going to put down the prices that this journey costs, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, a like, a share, and of course hit that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.